Hi everyone. So in this video you're going to observe one activity that has different 8 activities to improve handwriting and fine motor skills. So in the first step you see that I'm drawing zigzag lines using a ruler. When you draw zigzag lines using a ruler, it enhances bilateral coordination and it also strengthens the grip on the pencil. So the children who has loose grip on the pencil must be made to trace or draw lines using a ruler in order to strengthen their grip on the pencil. So in the step number 2, what I'm doing is making the same pattern, the parallel lines, the parallel zigzag pattern. So this uses your visual tracking skills, enhances the visual tracking skills, because you have to be careful about the distance between the lines, and especially when you are doubling the edges. So the step number 2 is to double that zigzag line and leave a space of around 2 centimeters between them. So here we go. We have drawn the kind of mountains. Well, for step number 3, I'm using a color pencils. As you can see, my color pencil is thicker and triangular in shape. Well, this thick and triangular pencil more effectively develops tripod pinch. So the children who are having issues in developing tripod grip on the pencil must use this kind of pencils. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing a line between the previously drawn line, and I'm being very careful not to touch the boundaries. So well, this is a very good activity to increase attention, concentration, focus, stability of the hand, and good for the fine motor skills as well. Here I have this tape and I have a scissor. So we have this washi tape or the floral tape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this washi tape or the floral tape on this zigzag patterned line, and we have to be very careful to paste it exactly on the line. Well, as you can see, while finding the edge, I'm using my dexterity of the fingers. It enhances the dexterity of the fingers. This activity is very good for the 7th graders and 8th graders, and I'm carefully pasting the washi tape exactly on the line and then cutting in from the edges. So this activity includes pasting and then cutting and then pasting and then cuttings. So the manipulation of the scissor further enhances the fine motor skills. I'm using the both hands simultaneously. That enhances the bilateral coordination. Well, this tape is slightly more difficult to cut with the paper scissors, and that is because this is like a foil with a glue. So imagine cutting a foil with a glue on it. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, but let the children do it, taking aid from the other hand as much as they can. To make this step easier for the kids, you can make them cut the strips first and then paste them over the line. Well, just 2 more strips left to go. So be patient and be concentrated. As you can see, I'm holding the tape using the index finger and the middle finger of my other hand. This makes it slightly easier. So the last piece of the washi tape is going to be pasted on our pattern. So here we go. Now the zigzag pattern is totally covered with the washi tape. Well, the fun does not end here. We can do more fun here. As you may have observed at the beginning of the video that my ruler is a stencil that consists of small little shapes. So you can use different stencils or you can make different stencils for the kids. Simply take a chart paper and cut some shapes out of it. So using a stencil, I drew a shape, and what I'm doing is I'm now coloring it. So again, when you draw shapes using a stencil, it enhances and strengthens your grip on the pencil. And when you are coloring such a small shape, well, you have to be extremely careful to stay inside the boundaries. And this requires good concentration and great fine motor skills. Well, this was the shape number 2. And here I have a shape number 3. Let's color this one as well. I'm coloring it with the same pencil that I'm using to trace it, but different color pencils can be used to color different shapes. So here we go. All 3 shapes are now colored. What more fun can we add here is, here I have a stamp. Well, yes, a great smiley faced stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it onto the tiny shapes that we just drew and colored. Well, again, this is a visual tracking activity. Visual perception skills are enhanced, and hand strengthening activity as well. So as you can see, I stamped is exactly on the point where the tiny shapes are drawn. So here we have it, one activity that includes so many interesting steps. Don't forget to subscribe.